Yemen is a humanitarian disaster, and that's not new news. 5 years of war has decimated this country. Millions are on the brink of starvation. Now the pandemic, the Wuhan virus pandemic, has compounded this tragedy many-fold. 1 in 5 infected persons is dying in Yemen, and they have nowhere to go. Most of the hospitals have been damaged during airstrikes. The United Nations wants to take care of Yemen, but it has no money, it says. Yemen is failing because the world is failing this country. Here's a report.
War, hunger, pandemic. Yemen faces the world's worst humanitarian crisis. It is the most needy place on earth, completely devastated by conflict. Millions have no access to food, healthcare, clean water, or sanitation. It is a festering pool of coronavirus infections. In a country ravaged by war, the true scale of the pandemic is beyond comprehension. The United Nations says over 100,000 people could die due to the virus outbreak. That's more than the combined death toll of the war, disease, and hunger in Yemen over the last 5 years. The COVID-19 mortality rate is 5 times the global average. 1 out of 5 people infected by the virus is dying. 5 years of war has decimated the healthcare system. Nearly half of Yemen's 3,500 medical facilities have been damaged or destroyed in airstrikes. Clinics are overcrowded without basic medicines and equipment. In a country of 27.5 million people, only 500 ventilators and 700 intensive care units are available. Even before the pandemic, Yemen faced a health crisis with mounting cases of dengue, malaria, and cholera. Now it has become worse. The United Nations is not able to do much due to lack of funds. It is warned that most of its relief programs will be suspended in the upcoming weeks.
More than 30 of the 41 UN-supported programs in Yemen will close in the coming weeks if additional funds are not secured. Now, more than ever, the country needs the outside world's help, and it's not really getting it.
In early June, the United Nations raised the alarm and received $1.3 billion in aid to help Yemen. That's just half of what it got last year. Yemen entirely depends on aid to survive. Over 2 million children suffer malnutrition. They could be pushed to the brink of starvation. The war has turned Yemen into West Asia's poorest nation. Northern Yemen is held by the Saudi Arabia-backed government, and southern Yemen is ruled by the Houthi militants with the help of Iran. The civil war has left millions unemployed. And now 80% of the country is in need of humanitarian assistance. But the two warring sides are blocking vital food and medical aid. Yemen is a failed state. Without a central government in charge, the pandemic is raging out of control. Bureau Report, WION World is One.